Hello, dear students. Welcome to the session. In this session, we will discuss about the problems based on crashing of the network. We are already familiar with what you mean by crashing and what is the reason for crashing the network. The crashing of the network is associated with the cost analysis in networking, where the crashing is done to reduce the project duration. And at the same time, when the crashing is done, we know that the cost will be added and the total cost of the project may increase. And as we know that there are two costs associated with any project. They are categorized as direct costs and indirect cost. The direct cost, such as materials, equipments, manpower, they come under the direct cost. And the indirect cost means the costs which are supportive costs and which will increase with the increase in the time, such as the interest on investment, then overheads, then rent for the equipments, so and so forth. Here, the already we have seen the why crashing is done. The crashing is done in order to reduce the project duration, and sometimes if the projects will not be executed according to the plans or schedules, then in order to speed up or in order to make up the lagging, the shortening or crashing of the activities will be done. Then there are some terms associated with the crashing also we came into familiar with, such as normal time, normal cost, crash time, crash cost, and the cost slope. Okay, let us see how this crashing of the network or the crashing of the project is done. There are 8 simple steps which will be involved in the procedure for crashing. In the first step, as usual, we draw the network diagram for a given project and we'll mark the normal time and crash time on the activity. Then we'll calculate earliest start time and latest finish time for all the activities, and we'll find the critical path and other paths. Then we'll find the slope for all the activities and rank them in ascending order. We know that the cost slope means it is the ratio of difference between normal cost and crash cost to the normal duration to the crash duration. The After finding the cost slope for all the activities, we'll give the rank in the ascending order. Means the lowest cost slope activity will be given as 1 and the highest cost slope activity will be given the last number. Then these all information will be tabulated in the required field. Then select the lowest ranked activity and check whether it is a critical activity or not. If so, then crash the activity, else go to the next highest ranked activity. Here, after this one ranking the activities based on their cost slope, then we'll search for the activity with lowest rank. Then we'll see whether it is a critical activity or not. If it is critical activity, then we'll go for the crashing. If it is not critical activity, then we'll go for the next rank, and again we'll check whether it is a critical activity or not. It means we'll crash the critical activity from lowest to the highest. Why we are selecting only the critical activity means we already know that because the critical activities will be the deciders for project duration. Means the critical path is the length of the critical path is the project duration. So if you crash the critical activity, then ultimately it will crash or it will reduce the project duration. That is why we only crash the critical activities. Then one more thing to be noted while crashing the critical activity is that the critical path must remain critical while crashing. When we select an activity that is a critical activity, when you go for the crashing of that critical activity, even after crashing, it should remain the critical path. Then calculate the total cost of project for each crashing. We know that total cost of the project is the sum of direct cost and indirect cost. Then repeat the step 6 until all the activities in the critical path are fully crashed. The same procedure is to be followed till all the activities in the critical path are crashed. Okay, this is the simple procedure. Then we will continue with the solving the problem. So here problem is there. The following table gives the activities of a construction project and the other data. Here the activity 1 to 2, 1 to 3, like that there are 6 activities are given. Their corresponding time duration, normal time duration in terms of days, and crash time duration is given. Then the cost, normal cost and crash costs are given. If the indirect cost is rupees 20 per day, crash the activities to find the minimum duration of the project and the project cost associated. Please note here, he has asked you to crash the activities to find the minimum duration of the project. So here you need to crash the activities till it reaches the minimum project duration. And it means there is no any question regarding the cost. The objective here is to minimize the project duration. Sometimes what happens, the problem will be asked to find the optimum duration and the optimum cost. So under such case, we need to concentrate on the minimum project cost as well as the project duration. But here, he has not asked to find the optimum project, but he has asked you to minimize a minimum project duration and the associated project cost. Okay, it means we have to only concentrate on crashing to bring the project duration to the minimum. Okay, let us follow the procedure whatever we have discussed. The first, let us draw the network diagram. Then find out the earliest start time and latest finish time for all the events. And after drawing this, we will come to know that the 14 is the project duration. And here we can use the shortcut method for finding the critical path or identifying the critical path. The shortest method is to first define the possible path. 1 to 2, 2 to 5, this is one path. 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 5, this is another path. 1 to 3, 3 to 4, and 4 to 5, this is a third path. There are 3 possible paths from first event to the last event. For first path, that is 1 to 2, 2 to 5, the project duration is 8 plus 6. The path length is 8 plus 6, that is 14. Then the second 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 5, it is 6 plus 5, 11 plus 2, 13. 13 is the length of the path. Then 1 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, that is 5 plus 5, 10 plus 2, 12. It means 14, 13, 12. Among these, 14 is the highest, that is 1 to 2 and 2 to 5. And 1 to 2, 2 to 5 is the critical path. Then after finding the earliest start time and latest start time and finding the critical path, next we need to find out the that is a cost slope and give the rank to the cost slope. Here the cost slope has been calculated. For the activity 1 to 2, the cost slope is 15. So this 15 has been calculated by considering the difference between the crash cost and the normal cost, that is 80 minus 50, that is 80 minus 50 is 30, divided by the difference between normal time and crash time, that is 6 minus 4, that is 2. 30 by 2 is 15. So the cost slope for activity 1 to 2 is 15. Okay. Similarly, for 1 to 3, this is 150 minus 80, which is equal to 70. Then 5 minus 3 equal to 2, that is 70 minus 70 divided by 2 means it is 35. 35 is the cost slope for activity 1 to 3. Like that, we have calculated the cost slope. Then here we have given the rank. So the lowest cost slope here is 10, corresponding to the 2 to 4 activity. So this is the activity 2 to 4 is given as a rank 1. Then after 10, next lowest cost slope is 15, and we have given 2 as a rank to this activity 1 to 2. And similarly, next after 15, next lowest is 20 and 20. There are two activities having the 20 as the cost slope. So the 3 to 4 and 4 to 5 have given 3 as the ranks. Then next is the 35, so which is with the activity 1 to 3, and the next number, that is 4, is given as a rank to this activity 1 to 3. Like that, the 5 is given to the last 2 to 5, which is having a highest cost slope of 100 rupees. Here, once again, I repeat that the cost slope is nothing but it is the amount which will be added per unit time. In this case, it is a day. This is the amount added per day when that corresponding activity is crashed by 1 day. Say for example, 1 to 2 is having the 15 as a cost slope, means if activity 1 to 2 is crashed by 1 day, then 15 rupees will be added to the direct cost as a crashing cost. Okay, so let us go for the important table. Please see here. The heads or the feeds of the table, you just note down this. The first one is activity crashed, then project duration, then critical path, then direct cost, indirect cost, and sum of these two will be the total cost, which is the last column. First, we need to find out the critical path, project duration, and total cost for the normal activities. That is, when no activity is crashed, then the project duration is 14, as we have seen from the network diagram with earliest start and latest finish, or from by the shortcut method. And we found that 1 to 2, 2 to 5 as a critical path. Then the direct cost is 490. This 490 is nothing but what? It is the sum of the cost under the normal execution, that is 50 plus 80, 130 plus 60, 190, 100, 290 plus 140, 363, 430 plus 60 will make it 490. This is a 490 is the direct cost. Okay, then indirect cost is, as in the problem it is given that indirect cost per day is rupees 20. If the indirect cost is rupees 20 as it is given, then the project duration is 14 days. Then 20 into 14, that is 280, is the indirect cost. Sum of 490 and 280 will give the 770, which is the total cost. When the project is executed with a normal duration and a normal cost, then the project total cost will be 770. Okay, next we'll go for crashing of the network. As we know that activity 1 to 2 is having the rank number 1 to 2 is having the rank number 2. 2 to 4 is also having the rank number 1. But 2 to 4, you just see here, the 2 to 4 is not the critical activity. The critical activity for this is 1 to 2 and 2 to 5. Among 1 to 2 and 2 to 5 only you have to go for crashing. 1 to, even though 2 to 5 is having the 2 to 4 is having the rank number 1, since it is not critical activity, that is why it is not crashed. In the critical activity 1 to 2, 2 to 5, the 1 to 2 activity is having least cost slope. Just see here, 1 to 2 is having the rank number 2, and 2 to 5 is having the rank number 5. So the rank number 2 is given the first preference. Then we will crash the activity 1 to 2. Activity 1 to 2 is crashed by 2 days. Crashed by 2 days means the normal duration of this activity 1 to 2 is 6, and it can be crashed to 4 days, means it can be crashed by 2 days. From 6 to 4 it can be crashed. So maximum crashing time available with the 1 to 2 is 2 days. So let us crash this activity 1 to 2 by 2 days. Here in the bracket it is written 2, means it is a crashed by. Then the project duration will decrease to 12. Then the 1 to 2, 2 to 5 will remain the critical path. Then the direct cost will be, earlier it was 490. To that, the direct cost will be added by crashing this activity 1 to 2 with a cost slope of 15 with 2 days. So 2 into 15 means 30 rupees will be added to this direct cost, which will make it to 520. So the direct cost will increase to 520 from 490. Then in the indirect cost, the project duration has been reduced to 12, and the 20 is the indirect cost per day. Then 20 into 12 will make 240. This is the 240 is the indirect cost. 240 plus 520 will make 760, which is the total cost of the project when activity 1 to 2 is crashed by 2 days. Dear friends, please note here, earlier it was 770. When 1 to 2 activity has been crashed by 2 days, the total cost of the project has been reduced to 760. Means there is a reduction of 10 rupees in the project cost, as well as the project duration has been reduced to 12 days. Then next is we need to go for crashing in the same critical path 1 to 2, 2 to 5. 1 to 2 has been already crashed. Then the only thing remained is 2 to 5. This 2 to 5 activity is having a cost slope of 100 and the rank is 5. Since it is the only critical activity in this path to be crashed, that is why we have chosen this 2 to 5. And please note that this is crashed by 1 day. Suppose if, of course, this activity 2 to 5 can be crashed by 2 days, because that 2 to 5, the time is 8, normal time is 8, crash time is 6 days. From 8 to 6 means 2 days can be crashed, this 2 to 5. But here we will crash it by 1 day, because we apply one common sense or logical thinking that suppose if it is crashed to 2 days, then the critical path will be shifted to 1 to 3, 3 to 4, and 4 to 5, because the 11 is the project duration for this 1 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. But the project duration of this 1 to 2, 2 to 5 will become 10, but the project duration will remain 11 itself. It means unnecessarily we are crashing one extra day of activity 2 to 5. So in order to maintain the project duration equal to 11, let us crash this 2 to 5 activity by 1 day. Then 1 to 2, 2 to 5, 1 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 5. These all three activities will path will become the critical path here. And the project duration when the direct cost when the 2 to 5 is crashed by 1 day will be 520 plus 1 into 100. So that is 520 plus 100 will become 320. Then we will crash this 3 to 4 also, so that the project duration will become 11. Because 1 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5 was 12. You just see here 1 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 1 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5. That is 5 plus 5 plus 2 will make 12. So among 1 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, the cost of 3 to 4 is less. The cost of 3 to 4 is less. That is 20, having the rank number 3. This 3 to 4 can be crashed by 1 day, so that the project duration will become 11. So 3 to 4 is crashed by 1 day. So 1 into 20, that is the cost slope is 20 for activity 3 to 4. So 20 will be added to this 620 will become 640. And this 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 5 is having the 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 5 is having that is it was crashed to 4, 4 plus 5, 9, 9 plus 2, 11. The project duration will become 11 for 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 5. For 1 to 2 and 2 to 5 is already become 11. And 1 to 3, 3 to 4, and 4 to 5 has also become 11. Means all these three possible paths will have the length 11 when 3 to 4 is crashed by 1 day, and the total cost of the project will become 640 plus 220, because 11 is the project duration, 20 into 11 make 220, 220 plus 640 will make 860. So when the project cost becomes 860, all the possible paths have become the critical path. Now there are 2 to 5, 2 to 4, and 3 to 4 are left to crash. So The further crashing of 2 to 5 by 1 day, 2 to 4 by 1 day, 3 to 4 by 1 day is possible, which will make the project duration from 11 to 10. If any one of these is left among these three, if any one of the activities left uncrashed, then the project duration will become 11 itself. In order to make the project duration equal to 10, all these three activities have to be crashed by 1 day, which is possible to make the project duration equal to 10. So again, they will remain the critical path 1 to 2, 2 to 5, 1, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 4, 5 will remain critical path, and the project duration will be added by 640 plus 1 to 100 for 2 to 5 plus 1 to 10 for 2 to 4 and 1 to 20 for 3 to 4, which will make 770 as the direct cost, and the project duration has reduced to 10. 10 into 20 is equal to 200, which is the indirect cost. 770 plus 200 will make 970, which is the total project cost. Then all the activities have been crashed. Further crashing is not possible here. So hence, in this problem, the project duration, the minimum project duration is 10 and the corresponding cost is 970. So please go through once again this problem, because in this problem it is only asked to find the minimum crash duration. So here we have found the minimum crash duration as 10 days. Suppose in the same problem, if the question was asked is, it would have been to find the optimum cost and optimum duration, then this would have been the optimum cost, that is 760, and the corresponding duration, the 12 is the optimum duration. This would have been the optimum duration. But here he has asked you to find the minimum duration of the project. So the minimum possible duration is 10. If there was a possibility in this project to further crash the any activities to make it to less than 10, we would have done it. But the 10 is the last project duration. Further, there is no possible of reducing this project duration. So that is why the minimum project duration is 10 and corresponding project cost is 970. Please note the difference between minimum possible time project duration and the optimum project duration. This is 760 and corresponding 12 is the optimum project cost and optimum project duration. And here 970 is the project duration for the minimum project cost for the minimum project duration. Okay, so I hope you have understood it. Please go through once again this problem, and if you get any difficulty or any confusion, you can ask me. Okay, thank you.